It is Saturday, and it is time to play my favorite video game on planet Earth, the one and only Mario Maker 2. So that's the plan for the day. Hope your Saturday's off to a good start. And if not, let's turn this thing around. Let's make it a good start, or a good finish, a good mid. We're in the middle of the afternoon here, at least where I am. So we're going to try to pump the jam, pump it up over here. That's what we're going to try to do. So, hope things are going well for you out there. There we go. Wow, and Facebook really is still broken over on Restream. I thought that would fix itself by now, but I guess that's stuck. What's up, Toya? How are ya? How are ya? We're just about to get it started. What's up, Sed and Ty? There we go. There we go. Hey, what's up, Alex? John? What's going on, Chris? Sed's doing well. Much love to you, Sed. Glad you're here, buddy. I'm glad to see you. I got all the Saturday errands done. Saturday errands complete. So that feels good. That was an accomplishment. What's up, Erica? You just beat your first Kaiser Light level ever. It took you a while. You're proud. That's amazing. Erica, you might almost be ready for Super Bufflin World. That is one of my all-time favorite Super Worlds, and the first thing I ever streamed. It's a 10-level Kaiser Light Super World. The first time I played through it, it took me many hours to complete it, even though it's just 10 levels. But eventually, I was speedrunning it in 20 minutes or less. So I'd throw that one out to you, Erica. In fact, let me throw that code in the chat in case you're curious. Let me throw that code into the chat. I'm just trying to find it. There it is. There it is. Okay. It should have showed up in the chat. Let me know if it didn't. What's up, Rye? Hey, Michael. What's going on, Sen? What's up, Rook? Okay. That settles that. And now we got to get the game tagged on YouTube. What's up, Taylor? You just watched yesterday's stream. Check it out. There you go, Erica. Check it out. What's up, Jan? Hey, Megan. How are ya? How are ya? Hope Saturday's going well for ya. Hope Saturday is going well for ya. I was having a random craving to watch Star Wars. Specifically, the prequels. I was realizing it's gotten a little murky now that it's been so long since I watched them, exactly what Anakin's storyline was. No sound on Twitch. No sound? Does anybody... Sen, do you hear sound? No, you're the one that's telling me. Do I have anyone else watching on Twitch yet? No, I don't. Well, that's unfortunate. Hello, Simon. You slept in. Cozy, snug as a bug in a rug. That's beautiful, Jan. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, never mind. Sound is on. Well, that's good news. What's up, Troy? All right, chat. We are navigating the ebb and flow as we go here. Navigating the ebb and flow of life. What's up, Miko? What's up, Bubba? Thank you. Thank you for weighing in. That's okay, Sen. I know you're trying to help out, which I appreciate big time. You are my eyes and ears out there. Because sometimes things look great on my end, but on your end it's a disaster. And I have no way to know unless you tell me. So I do appreciate it. Thank you, David. What's up, William? And big shout out to you, David. Seriously, I appreciate it so much. You've been helping out a lot during the run. And I know due to timing issues and my own misunderstandings, I have really fumbled quite a bit. But I want to make sure you hear it from me. I really appreciate you big time, David. So thank you. Good afternoon, Jeff. All right. You ready? You ready, kids? Because it is time to play. time to play. We're starting off with the Desert Discover. We're going to discover the desert right now together. All right, we're starting out with a little Z situation. 633 people been here, 150 people liked it, 31-second world record. Oh, I was just thinking, how do I get that coin? Hey, that was cool. Am I supposed to have this? Yep. Oh no! I needed momentum. What's up, Tiff? Had a lame Saturday, really bad cold. Want to go fishing, but not happening. That's disappointing, Taylor. Sorry to hear that. There you go. Thank you, David. And Angel coming through with the $5 super chat right off the bat. Shout out to you, Angel. Thanks for that support. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you, Angel. Hold on, I want to get that 50. When the lives don't matter, this is the time. Oh, I knew I was too far outside. I've got to start holding left a little earlier than I think. And you know, I'm not doing myself any favors with the spin jump. I should do it like this. There you go. There you have it. That's the momentum we were lacking last time. Oh, that was close. That little conveyor belt went a long way. You haven't been sick with the cold in 2 years, so it's hitting you hard. Well, that's fair, Taylor. Your immune system will be all pumped up after this. What's up, Jess? Thank you for the heart over on TikTok. What's up, Bri? Ryan said I did well in the streams. Since day one watching. Come back and watch more Mario time here. Thank you, Ryan. And thanks for watching. What's up, Brian? Jordan has some star change as well. Thanks, Toya, Tiff, and Alex. Does that mean... Okay, it was Jordan. There we go. Thank you for the stars, Jordan. Thanks for the 30 stars. The star drop is for you. There we go. Thank you, Toya, Tiff, Alex, Anthony, and Barbara. How are you? Happy Saturday, Barbara. Happy Saturday. All right. So what's going on, chat? How are you? Was having a deep discussion earlier about how your experience. Ironic, since I'm not a parent. I'm coming from the educator point of view. And this is part of what I was starting to realize. Is as an educator, how do you get that? There we go. As an educator, you end up involved in many, many different family dynamics, in many, many different needs of children, okay? Now, if you're a parent, you know the details of your own family dynamics and your own child's struggles, disabilities, strengths, and weaknesses. Oops. And as a result, it can be easy as a parent to think, oh, if you're having a good experience in parenting, it'd be easy to think, oh, well, this is easy. Anybody could do this. Anyone who's not doing exactly like I am is just totally dropping the ball. If only they did like I did, everything would work. And as an educator, I've seen firsthand the exact same thing that works for one family, can result in disaster for a different family for all types of different reasons. And the reality is, if you're a parent out there, you've got your own set of variables to deal with. And I was bringing up a student I had, one of the first students I ever had, my very first week as a special educator, who I still think of all the time. And he had a condition called PICA, P-I-C-A. I don't know how familiar you are with it, but it's essentially a compulsion to chew on things and put things in your mouth regardless of if they're edible or how they taste or anything like that. So, I spent quite a bit of time keeping him from like eating rocks outside. Literally anything becomes a possibility. And so imagine just that one variable. You add that one variable in as a parent. That if imagine every second of every waking minute of your child's life, you had to be on the lookout for them to put anything in their mouth and potentially choke, swallow, all that. That one little dynamic would drastically, in every single way, change what it's like at your household, in your own family. There we go. Trying to get out of pain. Fibromyalgia. I'm so sorry, Tiff. That's so painful. Big shout out to Tiff. I'm sorry you're going through it. Tiff. What's up, Rich? Hi, Luke. What's going on, Goko? You got a code? Well, you can keep it, my good friend. I appreciate you, Colby. I will not be taking any codes today. That's for absolute certain. That is for certain. Thanks, Jorit. This way. Dum, 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 dum. Get the world record? Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I still think of him quite a bit. And Pika was just part of the issue. He was also nonverbal autistic. And had a tendency for self-injurious behavior. So he really had a rough one. As did his family, who loved him. But definitely has never left me. And that's one of 100 stories like that I could tell you as 10 years as a special educator. So sometimes I can just sense some, certainly not all, but some parents can feel like, well, if everybody just did what I did, everything would work fine. And it is not the case. Oh! I gotta jump off the right side there. Gotta jump off the right side. So huge shout out, well, let me say this. Huge shout out to all the parents out there. All the many different situations you all deal with. And sometimes you have to deal with the judgment of other parents who think they could do so much better in your spot. And the vast majority of the time, it is not true. There we go. There we go. David saying it can be nerve-wracking. Don't have kids, but when the small kids around and your nieces and nephews are over, you get nervous they're going to bump their heads on the corner of the table. Something simple. Couldn't imagine have to worry about something like that. Totally. Brian's youngest and oldest are autistic. Youngest still nonverbal. There you go, Brian. Shout out to you. Big shout out to my boy, Brian. Thanks, Toya. Not easy. Ryan said, not easy, Pat. Helped him or at least tried the best you could do. Exactly, Ryan. And like I said, I cared enough about him that 15-something years later, I still think about him. Thanks, Alex. The family dynamics here are very difficult. ADHD, ODD, that's oppositional defiance disorder, which is kind of like an automatic tendency to go against whatever any authoritative figure says. So you can, I've worked with quite a few students with ODD. That one by itself can be an ultimate test in your own patience in like understanding the other side. Because you can imagine it could be infuriating if someone just goes against every single thing you say very consistently. But you have to make that adjustment and recognize this isn't someone trying to bother me or trying to necessarily consciously go against everything I'm saying. It's a compulsion in a way that I can't relate to. And that's a difficult adjustment to make. So not to mention the ADHD, the PTSD, and ID. So Tiff, you were going through it, and she just mentioned her own fibromyalgia. So you want to talk about a family dynamic. That's a rough one. And Tiff is making it work. So huge shout out to you, Tiffany. Thanks, Megan. What's up, Mike? Biggest thing to remember about being a parent, kids are going to get hurt. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe you're saying that in the context of you can't worry about them never getting hurt. But by itself, that doesn't help anything, in my opinion, at least the way I'm understanding it. Because you still have to do what you can to prevent them getting hurt, regardless of whether or not it's going to happen. that doesn't change your responsibility to do what you can to prevent it. So that's why there's not too much meaning in there for me. You do what you can do, and be proud of your efforts. There you go, J-Man. Toy's got an autistic nephew. There you go. Well, in 2025, I feel like most people, more than 51% of us, have at least one person in our lives, whether a friend, family, or otherwise, that is on the spectrum in some way. And, you know, it's funny, just noticing more and more in public, it's becoming more and more common to see kids with, like, headphones on and little things that used to be way less socially acceptable, and it's nice to see them becoming more socially acceptable now. What's up, Cairo? Brian's familiar with ODD as well. Definitely understand those difficulties. Parenting is tough but rewarding. There you go, Brian. Shout out to Brian. It's a beautiful thing. And it's just a classic scenario where the people around you are likely to underestimate that struggle. Like, oftentimes, ironically, the people the closest to you can be the least understanding and the quickest to judge and be like, psh, they just don't do what I do. They just won't listen to me. And the truth is, it ain't that simple. Everybody thinks it's all so simple. That's too easy. That's too easy. They all got easy. All right, that's good. Conveyor belt speedrun. Let's try it. J-Man just came in trying to insert yourself, following the situation, the context, on the spectrum yourself, and sometimes your father treats you like an invalid. And there you go. That's a very tough dynamic, J-Man. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like you know, though, that certainly isn't the case and nothing you deserve. Wish it was that simple. Nothing in life comes without challenges. That's true, Brian. And the reality is some challenges are a lot more challenging than others. Like if you're raising a perfectly healthy, typical child, that's still wildly difficult, all by itself. But now you start adding ADHD, ODD, ID, these things Tiffany is talking about, and that challenge increases. But it's basically challenging no matter what. No matter what. There you go. Jeff talking about autism, too. I have autism, too. And great parents to help me out. Okay, that's beautiful. I agree. Shout out to all the parents out there that have special needs kids. It can be hard and have so much respect for them. There you go. That's a beautiful thing, Jeff. Very understanding of you. Ty's got an adult child with ADHD, and I myself deal with anxiety. Sometimes it's tough. There it is, Ty. Very tough dynamics, but you're making it work. So big shout out to Ty. Big shout out to all the parents out there dealing with whatever challenges you have. Making it work. Gets more and more difficult as prices go up and all this other stuff's going on. So huge shout out to the parents out there navigating such difficult paths. I have the ultimate respect and empathy for you because it ain't easy and it's not necessarily understood outside of your own inner circle. So you can feel isolated and alone in those struggles because the people around you, especially with perfectly typical children, just don't understand. Genuinely do not understand. Oh, it's a copyright claim, and I need to jump as soon as I land on. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, that was close. That was close. Single mom. There you go. Even tougher, Tiff. It gets hard. Keep me moving and thank you, chat. There you go, Tiff. You do what you can, and that's all you can do. You're doing what you can, and that's all you can do. Okay, we got to jump as soon as we land, and then we maintain our momentum. See, we're on track to do it here. No, we're not. I wonder, maybe it's at small jumps? Is that it? Is this faster? I can't tell. Yes, that's it. It's small jumps. Okay, the answer is small jumps. Small controlled jumps. I gotta try to talk over the copyright music so I don't get a copyright claim. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Get there! That was much worse. So I think those jumps were too small. I think it's a fine line. See, well, no, there's no way that's gonna be good enough. I think that's it. Maybe we're just trying to jump to the beginning of each conveyor belt. Maybe that's the visual. Oh, almost. What's up, Murad? I think I just messed up at the last one. Like that. See, I was a little late and I lost some momentum. Yep. All right, this is tricky, people. We got to find the sweet spot. I think this... Nope. As soon as I mess up, I should just reset because I think it's going to be almost perfect. think it has to be almost perfect. Now, I see I've already messed up twice. You can tell if I'm just a little late to jump. Because part of the issue is if I'm too early, then I have to try to double press to compensate. Get there, come on back, yes! No! Wow. I can't, now it's getting hard to tell what's making the difference. Maybe I'm going to go back to full jumps. Maybe the small jumps was a lie. Yep, the small jumps was a lie. It's not. In fact, if anything, the small jumps make it harder because you have to land more times. So it's just when I did full jumps before, like that, I can't land at all. Oh, see, I landed again. I have to be jumping as soon. That was so bad. I think I also need to do as much of a corner jump there as possible. And there we go. Come on, Pat. Oh, I think I already lost. I think I may have already lost. Yeah. Wow, it's crazy how different the attempts are. And I cannot quite tell why. You know what? I'm going to leave this one behind before I even get frustrated because more and more, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'll try it. I like this level creator, though, so we'll try another one. 5-level Super World. Staying alive with 5 reclaims. Underwater pixel perfects. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's try that one. All right, underwater pixel perfect. Okay. Oh, I can't touch the ground? That's interesting. So I can't do a normal lineup. I have to use the background. Okay. You can trust it, though. I just need Mario to line up pixel perfect with the background. Like so. This one's going to be the tougher one. How you like me now, chat? Bam. I didn't even have to zoom in. Normally I zoom in. I'm finally getting good at this game. It only took me 4.5 years. Can we get a Mario Maker 3, please? Thanks, David. Here we go, Toya. Thanks, Brian and Alex. Kevin, thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness, permanent upload. 3 clears. That looks incredibly difficult. Well, that looks a little too easy. Try to find that fine live. That fine live? That fine line. Just going for this. Appreciate you, little G7. Steven survived the late night shift. Nicely done, Steven. That is a special kind of challenge, working overnight. I used to work second shift at CVS, and that's when I became friends with some people working third shift, because that CVS was 24 hours. So that was my first experience actually knowing people that worked third shift and got a little glimpse into that dynamic. This level's awesome. I hope I don't have to catch up with that platform. Nope, it doesn't appear that I do. Very nice. Very, very nice. People, have you liked the stream yet? Could you double tap that screen or find a like button somewhere? Hit that like button, please. Don't even think about it, just do it. Just go for it. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, they really have quite a spectrum of level difficulty here. Most of this stuff is so much easier. I'm starting to really wonder what's going on with this one. It has a high clear rate. And it has a wide assortment of clears. So I think I'm going to go back to it. Oops. I think I'm going to go back to it. And at least try a bit more before giving up all the way. Thanks, Megan. Let's just try this strat. I'm going back to this. Not bad, but just about the usual spot. See, I'm pretty much always an inch away. Like a literal inch. Not a metaphorical inch. But like, if you took a ruler up against the screen, I bet I'm just about an inch from the flag. That was much more. That was like 3 inches. Would starting with the jump instead of running jump be faster? No. See, if I start with the jump, I have no momentum. So I actually want to do a corner jump. I want to get as many steps in as possible right there. I wonder if it's like this, because this looks faster. No, but see, I think as soon as I start landing... Oh, no, that is better. What's up, Josh? See, I keep going back and forth whether or not small jumps make a difference. I think what small jumps are doing is making the space between pressing the button more consistent. Well, not more consistent, but just easier to predict, I guess. But see, that was so much worse. Right off the bat, that was a bad... What's up, Eddie? See, that's no good either. Maybe that's what it is. It's all about the first jump. Because if you lose momentum on that first jump, you can't get it back right away. See, now I'm back to full speed, basically. But I think that... See, then I just lost some. You feel like the hills in the background are a sign? What would it be a sign of, though? I can't do anything. We have to try to jump over them? But see, no, that's a very bad run. What's up, Vico Gaming? Next Saturday, a race between 4 Mario streamers. Would you be interested in participating? What? I'll say maybe and very likely. But what are the details? What are the details? I like this. I like the idea. Is it like a Kaizo race or is it like a? What kind of race are we talking about here? Will there be trolls? Yes! All right. So here's the I'm not going to beat it again, but I'm going to show you what I was doing different in case you want to try. The adjustment I made that made it easier to judge when I needed to jump is watch Mario's jump animation. See, when Mario, if you jump as soon as Mario lands, he never even changes from this sprite, from that position. So if you watch closely, see, I landed, but see, now I didn't. There we go. I'm maintaining that jump right there. See? No, I lost it. That was good. So, if you want to try to beat it, that is what I would recommend. And I'm glad we got it. Okay, Team New Maker. It's creating a super world. The one with the finish is the winner. Wow. Okay. It's Saturday? No, it's next Sunday. And what time would it be, Vico Gaming? I'm already 90% in based on that detail. Now, the time and how... Do you know how many levels the Super World is? If we're racing 10 levels, like, I'm definitely in. But if we're racing 40 levels, I might be a little hesitant. Because that could be like a 6-hour stream. Thanks, Frank, Little G, and Misha. But it's so hard to pass up on a opportunity like that. So I want to. I very much want to. Should I even try this? I think I have to at least try it. But I'm not going to commit to it. It's a minute 20. It's a minute 20. Oh my gosh, Jose. One of the greatest of the greats right there. That's scaring me away already. Well, oh wait, you can see right there. I didn't notice. So here's what we're dealing with. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then over the top, 9 jumps. So let's try it. We'll give it 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, message me on TikTok. That's great, Vico Gaming. That works out great. And I'll respond to that message today. I'll make sure that I check my TikTok messages today so that I can give you confirmation one way or the other. Because I know you want to have, I'm sure the people involved want to have guaranteed participants. You don't want maybes. Oh, buddy. That's still... Wow. That's still jumping too late. That's still too late? That's crazy. I can't believe you even have enough momentum to make it. You don't, see? And how is this first jump even possible? If I jump any later, I hit the front of the spike. See? Well, no, that was the back of the spike. Oh, it's that I don't start from that far back. Or is it that I don't start holding right away? Because when I did this... Maybe a double jump? Oh, there we go. Double jump did the trick. I have to bonk against that block intentionally to protect myself. There we go. Double jump. I'm holding right. I have to bonk against the block without holding right. Okay, that was progress. I just held left too soon. Man, the double jump is 100% the strat. I'm glad we figured that out on the quicker side. Before committing to a different way. That might work, but would ultimately be a lot more difficult, but now I lost it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just got lucky a couple times. It felt like it was locked in. Yeah, I might have just gotten a little lucky there. It felt like the double jump was the way. Maybe I'm just doing too big of a first jump now? Yeah, I think that was it. Closer. It's much closer. That was too small of a jump, so now we're going the other way with it. Okay, this is very tough, worth trying, but remember, that's 2 of 9 total jumps. So I'm going to leave that one behind. Reclaims? No, I'm good on that too. Let's keep it moving. People, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Clear rate is only 0.05. If I can make the first jumps, amazing. Thanks, Krakenada. Appreciate that. Hey. There you go. There you go. Uh-oh. I could tell I was not properly lined up for that. Hey, if you're a fan of The Beast, he's been making the Nintendo 64 series for a couple of years now, where his goal is to complete every single Nintendo 64 game. And then he makes a YouTube video for it. And he just put out GoldenEye, the 194th Nintendo 64 game he's completed. Oh! And it's almost 2 hours long. Whoa. The video is nearly 2 hours long. But it's very nostalgic to see all those levels. And he did it all on 00 Agent. And he unlocked all of the cheat codes. Thanks, Josh, Adam, and Anthony. Thanks for the follow, not a chance. Are you going to unfollow me? Not a chance, right? Oh, that was pretty bad. Greetings, Shannon. Happy gaming. Thanks, Misha. What else you got, buddy? Nini? I like what you got, Nini. Snowball minigame, 60% I don't like. Let's try to keep it under 5%. I don't think... Oh, here's a 2%. There we go. Let's give that a whirl. There's more time off than me, if so. Here's more time off than me, if so. If so, what? It seems like I missed a message from you. The last one I have is about the level 0.05%. Then the next message I have is, he has more time off than me, if so. So I feel like I missed something. Got a call back from the hospital. Come back to the ER. That found blood clots on your scared tie. That's so scary. Very scary. But the good news is, you're in the position to get it dealt with. The scariest is having that stuff happening and having no idea. So as scary as that is, the bright side is, now you know, and now you can do something about it. And I'll definitely be sending up a prayer for you, Ty. You just said The Beast. He has more time off than me, if so. The Beast has more time off than you, if so what? That's what I'm asking. I don't understand, if so. He has more time off than me. He's a full-time streamer. Maybe that's the missing context? This is the second time in the last 10 years. That's frustrating, Ty. But that means you know the deal. So shout out to you, Ty. Sorry you're going through it. It's been a rough day for you. What's up, Tim? You're on lunch at work. There you go. Sneak on in. There you go, Misha. Supporting Ty. If he can play all those Nintendo 64 games. Okay, okay, so that's the missing context. I'm talking about The Beast, THABEAST, and he is one of the biggest Mario streamers, full-time streamers out there. He's got to be in the top 10. And but his Nintendo 64 YouTube series I'm talking about has actually surpassed the majority of his Mario Maker content. So he's really become established as a gaming content creator, and he seems to be able to comfortably do it full time. So him doing it isn't necessarily in his free time because it's his job, which I know sounds funny. But yeah, I'm sure that clears it all up. Here we go. This is awesome. That was scary. That was very cool. go. Hello, Fernando. Hey, it lined up with the beat. Look at that. That's cool, Mario pixel art. I've never seen it done like that with the shadows, with the darkness. That was awesome. Very, very nicely done, Nini. Ryan's saying the version of the Nintendo 64 in October this year, that will take all the older things that the last version did that was made last. Okay, Ryan. Thanks, Fernando, Josh, and Misha. There it is, Goko. Let's keep anything under 5%. I'll play. That'll be the line we draw. There we go. You're in. And again, people, my streams are like a menu of what's available in this game. Because at any point you see something, you say, hey, I'd like to try that. All you got to do is take a screenshot. I keep the level code on the screen for you. Because my hope is that there's a couple of you out there that actually like this game, actually play this game. Like, I know that this can be a fun game to watch regardless of whether or not you play. But for the people that do, I put a good amount of effort into trying to provide level codes and credit the hard work these level creators have put in to these levels. Nice. Da-da-ba-da-doo-ba-da-doo. This is pretty good. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-doo. Hey, I don't know how many AI enthusiasts I have out there that watch my stream, but right now, Grok 3 is free to play around with. And that's pretty amazing. So if you're at all into AI, I highly recommend you take a little time while it's still free, because it probably won't be as soon as next week. They'll be charging for it real soon, but at least for the time being, you can mess around with it for free. And it is pretty impressive. I wish Krakenada. I'm not even in the top 1,000 players. But I'm in the top 10 for people who love this game deeply with all their hearts. I'd put myself in the top 10 for people absolutely in love with the game. But as far as who can beat the most difficult levels, I'm not even in the top 1,000. Past week, you've been playing the parkour level trying to beat the world record. David, you are a wild man. I'm not sure it's even possible. I think it's possibly already fully optimized. But shout out to you. You don't give up. Thanks, Sally, Josh, and Misha. Erica saying, Pat, you're the only reason I bought the game last year. Content is amazing. Erica, well, you're exactly who I'm talking about then, who I hope is taking screenshots here and there. Because a lot of these levels, I try to play a variety of difficulty. I like things on the harder side, but not the crazy hard side, and also not the crazy easy side. So that's part of why I feel like I'm a good streamer / content creator too, be putting out the level codes, because I'm not only playing levels that you have to be in the top 1% of players to clear. So, like a stream like this is a perfect example. I'd say the majority of the levels I've played this stream could be cleared by anyone willing to put in the work, put in the hours. As long as you've cleared story mode. As long as you have fully cleared story mode, or at least most of it. I'm not saying you got 100% it to hit a certain level, but that's just a great intro course to what the game can throw at you. Thanks, Alex. Oh my gosh. That was close. That's not where I expected to mess up. Donzel, so watching you maybe get a Switch to play. That's awesome, Donzel. Are you still playing? Because that's the other thing about Mario Maker. It can be very discouraging. It can be a discouraging challenge. Because it definitely oftentimes looks easier than it is. I had that exact experience with Mario Maker 1. I've always considered myself pretty good at Mario. as a kid, beat all the Mario games, enjoyed getting through the levels as quickly as possible. But when I started playing Mario Maker 1, I realized, oh my gosh, this game is not what I thought it was. This thing is really difficult. It is a lot more difficult than any traditional Mario game I've played. And my ultimate response to that with Mario Maker 1 is I stopped playing. I played for maybe 10, 15 hours altogether over the course of a couple weeks and then left it behind. I continued watching it, though. I still watched Ryuka, watched Dashi, watched Grand Pooh Bear during that time period. And this was over a year before I ever was a streamer myself. It was only when Mario Maker 2 came out and I saw Ryuka playing Super Bufflin World that I was like, you know what? I would love to give this another chance. And that looks like something I can actually do. And it still, once I got a Switch and got Mario Maker 2, turns out Bufflin World was way more difficult than I thought it was. But once I cleared that, that's kind of built the foundation to then be able to play Popular Super Expert. Because so much of Popular Super Expert is Team Jamp type stuff, which is just like platforming with easier gimmicks. Like a difficult gimmick is like a midair spring drop or a shell jump. Like those Kaizo mechanics can be really strict, really take a good amount of practice to do consistently. Whereas something like hitting the Koopa on the left side so that the Koopa comes out the right side in order to be your next jump, that is not a strict gimmick. That's a gimmick that if you work at it for 10 minutes straight, you will likely be able to do it with some amount of consistency. Whereas you could work on shell jumps for an hour straight and still only make 3, which is not good enough if you're going to try to do a Kaizo level. So that's part of the interesting dynamic with Mario Maker. It's one of the greatest Mario games ever made, but it's also one of the most visually deceitful games you'll ever see. Because, but, I mean, there's also just that human nature thing. Like, you watch so on the Olympics, you watch something like the luge, and you think, oh, I can do that. Like, we can't help but just simplify everything to our very limited understanding of it. But the luge is not just taking the ride. You don't just sit there with the luge, but it does look like that. So I feel like there are quite a few, oh my gosh, dynamics like that. That was close. Oh, I jumped too early, but we're going to save it. Thank you. Where am I going? Oh, that's where I'm going. Thank you for saving the day there. Oh, I thought I needed the on-off switch. This is cool. There we go. This is actually very cool. I like this design. Beautiful. That was a cool level. Like, see, there's a great example of a level that the majority of you out there, if you take a screenshot and tried this level, I guarantee you, even the weakest player out there that's watching is going to be able to get that in less than 15 minutes. And it's going to feel good when you do. There are checkpoints in there, all one-room puzzle kind of things. I highly recommend, if you have Mario Maker 2 and you have a Switch, that's the kind of level I'd encourage you to play. Play a couple hours a day. There you go, Dunzo. We're on the same schedule. Very good. Like when you play, like how you play, Pat. When you play Mario, it's like you're super patting away. There you go, Ryan. Go right into the persona. Good afternoon, Brandon. Fast and great. So much happening, Ryan. You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. There's some one-screen puzzles right there. Jump perfectly. Challenge accepted. That's another interesting dynamic with Mario Maker. The better you get at this game, I think the majority, 51% or more, of people who play this game for 1,000 hours or more end up kind of choosing a path of what they enjoy the most, whether they become Kaizo specialist or precision specialist or a speedrun specialist. I feel like the longer you play, the more consistently it results in a temptation to kind of choose a lane. Oh, and that's part of what is interesting about me as a streamer, is I kind of have not done that, for better or worse. 1, 2, 3. I have tried to be a jack of all trades, master of none, so that I can at least hang with most level types. The biggest exception is troll levels. No, I didn't get an ice storm. I hope I don't get one, Brandon. I can tell you how much I've learned from this game from you. I always thought I was a great Mario player until Mario Maker. Yeah, I see. I can relate to that fully. The Keith point, Misha. Took Sally 3 hours to beat the tight timer underground shovel. Hold on, let me read that again. It took me 3 hours to beat the tight timer underground shell block breaking level you played on viewer request day, and I was so proud when I hit the flag. Nice job, Sally. So you're getting in the game. Big shout out to Sal. J-Man's on the bus now, bouncing all around Minnesota. Don't fry the phone because the temperature. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Happy Saturday, Erica. Big shout out to the one and only Double Star Mom 35. Make sure you check her out. You're good, J-Man. And what's up, Tamil? I'm so sorry I missed you, Tamil, over on TikTok. Big shout out to Tamil. But I'd say that's a big part of what makes Endless so tricky is you have to be able to compete in every level style. You can't just be real good at Kaizo and get a good run going. You know what I mean? Brandon said, I give him false confidence. It makes the levels look so easy, and then I try them, and I'm on the struggle bus. Exactly, and that's the thing, Brandon. I'm ultimately saying I can relate. Had that exact same experience with Mario Maker 1. But I knew there was something special to the game when even after trying and failing and not wanting to continue playing, I still wanted to watch it. Still wanted to watch Dashies play. Still wanted to watch Ryukar play. Grand Pooh Bear, Panga. These are all people I've been watching for years and years and years. In spite of having ups and downs with my playing. But then once I became a Mario Maker 2 streamer, I've played it nearly every day for 4.5 years now. Which is kind of crazy to say out loud. 42%. But here we go. We'll do a really easy one. This one's basically a free clear. But especially if you're new to the game, this is the kind of level that can really be fun to clear. Even if it's on the very easy side, it's like a visual experience. There's a whole category of levels in this game, refreshing levels, when the experience is centered around the visual and audio versus the platforming. I love the platforming. That's my favorite thing about this game. So I'm just holding Y and right. That's all I'm doing. And look at this. It is satisfying. This is like Mario ASMR here. Look at this. I haven't done anything. I'm still holding right and Y. Look at the thwomp. Look at this. Very satisfying. I'm still doing it. I haven't changed anything on the controller side. Remember, I'm making no adjustments. That's unbelievable. And see, you can tell they put a lot of work into the visual side of this. The aesthetics are on point. So big shout out to this level creator. Clearly, they're not a one-lane type level creator. They can do a lot of different stuff. There we go. Eric, School Science Fair. Just stopped to say hi at the School Science Fair. Having my 25-minute break. Okay, shout out to Eric. Hope you did well in the project. I can remember those, the science fair. Oh my gosh, I remember doing one on the tides. I did mine on the tides. What makes high tide and low tide work? The amount of time to create a level like this has got to be a lot. I agree, Brandon. Exactly. It deserves to be commended. So people take a screenshot, try it, hit it with a like and a comment. They deserve it. I think I already played all theirs. There we go. This one goes out to DGR. Probably the biggest family-friendly Mario streamer out there. DGR. Well, I mean, 90% of Mario streamers call themselves family-friendly, so I know that is a tricky thing. But family-friendly, like, they make a point of really being family-friendly. Oh, gosh. But it's a bit subjective, what's family-friendly. Because it depends on the family, don't it? What one family considers appropriate, another family would never consider. So that's already a setup for a bit of a tricky dynamic. Hey, that was cool. Oh. Now see levels like this. Well, and here, you know what? This is actually a great example of hidden difficulty. This right here looks painfully simple. The problem is when you start Mario Maker, most of us are in the habit of whenever we jump, we hold jump until we land. But look how much height you get if you do that. Then doing a jump like this, you're going to bump right into your buddy up top. So very quickly you realize, oh, in this game, I have to only press jump for as long as I want Mario to go high. And it's something you intuitively know about the controls of Mario, but until you're consciously thinking about it, it feels a lot different. So I know I got to tap the button here. And then in a situation like this, I know to get that much height, I need momentum. So look, if I just try to make this jump, I'm never going to make it. Never in a million years. Every single jump is going to be too low. So what I have to do, there's two options. I can either get, I can either get a step in to generate momentum and then jump, or I can jump as soon as I land. So if I jump as soon as I land, it still wasn't enough height. It didn't work. So it looks like we're just going to stick with, you need a step. Well, actually, if I got a step, see, you can do it that way. But the point is, without any of that explanation, this just looks like, just jump up there. But in reality, holding right in the right time and making that jump, if you're not intentionally doing what you need to do, it can almost feel like that jump's not possible. And that's the kind of thing that quickly gets frustrating as a new player in this game. Because there's no clear and easy way to get the answer, oftentimes. Oh, I needed to hold left. That's technically a pixel-perfect space, but because you can just hold left against the pipe, it's nearly a freebie. Oh, and I still ran into it. I thought I saved it. But I adjusted too far the other way. Close. Or like that. Visually, that doesn't look that tough. And it's certainly not the hardest jump in the game. But until you've done that exact jump a bunch of times, that can feel very difficult. Like something you can only do with 10% consistency. Hold left. Whoa, okay. Oh, see, like that. Making that adjustment doesn't look that difficult. Or making that jump, it's so hard to visually grasp what makes that such a challenge. Because all you're seeing visually is just Mario go where it's obvious he needs to go. Like on the most base level, you understand, okay, what does Mario have to do? All he has to do is jump over here. And that is about as simple as it could be. But what's hard to know is, okay, you have to make sure you don't jump too far. The biggest hazard here that's not obvious is this. The temptation is going to be to get a bunch of momentum so that you get far enough across the piranha and the saw. But that's a setup to have too much momentum and run right into the spikes. So you have to, before you even cross the threshold of this saw, you have to already be adjusting back right. That's more of like the hidden difficulty. Visually, it looks painfully obvious what to do. But see now, I got two options. I can either run against the wall and then hold left, or I can go around like that. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh! Now, see, this is another good thing to know in a level like this. Look, this isn't damage. You don't take damage until you're 2 pixels to the left of the edge of the blue, which we're almost there. But you can nearly stand on that spike. So when I'm making the jump from here to here, I'm factoring that in, that I'm not trying to land up against the piranha. I'm intentionally trying to land on as I know as long as I'm on the left side of this block, I'm going to be good. And now, up and over, against the wall, controlled jump so I don't hit that top spike. Right there, knowing to stop holding right when you hit the wall. Little things, but they add up. What's up, Summer Star? Asking what year I was born. That's an interesting question. Well, what year do you think? Well, let's make it a guessing game. Okay, great level. Great level, and a great example of exactly what I'm talking about, that this game is one of the greatest games of all time, but it can be deceptively simple looking at times. All right, good to see you, Eric. What's up, Roderick? There you go, Susie. That's fair. What's up, Keens? There's a great level creator. Man, acid reflux. It must because I had coffee this morning. I'm down to once a week coffee drinking, which I'm proud of, but I definitely feel it when I do. Thanks, Brandon, Erica, Susie, Fernando, Misha, Sally, Jerry. There you go, Keens, Balin, Susie. 96. That's really nice of you. 84. We'll go with that as close enough. I'll call Brian the winner, 84. Even though it's not exactly right, it's close enough. Shout out to you, Brian. Okay. Although I did just say, what was it, last stream, that I was almost 40? It's not something that I'm like trying to keep a secret as much as it's something that when someone specifically asks, oh, wait a minute, I've never played this Super World. Oh, no, I'm on my other account. I may have played this Super World. Look at this. Very high precision. Let's give it a whirl. 87's a great year, Simon. There you go. Ba-ba-ba-da-doo-bow. Ruined plant civilization. There you go, Bri. Brian's an 87, baby. Whew. Close one. I don't get what all the doors are for. Oh! Okay. I held the jump button for too long. Too much height. Did not get it right. See, well, what's going on with that door? Is it? Let's start there. Let's start our investigation there. We're gonna make that a duck jump, and that will help. That will help us along in our journey here. So it's just an alternative. So there's optional paths. Controlled jump path. Oh, had to commit there. Where is this taking us? To the checkpoint. Oh, that was a close one. All right, glad we got the checkpoint. This level would be way harder without it. So thank you, level creator, for that. Oh, they tried to tell me with the arrows. Keith point. There it is, Misha. I would say I would say that 90% of the time or more, the level can be made better by adding checkpoints. Not every time, but 90% of the time or more. Because what that does, this is what it does. If you add checkpoints to your level, you are now instantly making it accessible to more than twice as many people. Possibly 5 times more people will have an opportunity to clear your level with checkpoints versus you're drastically cutting that number down if you decide to give no checkpoints. And I know, at least for me, if I had a lot of passion for level creating, I would prioritize having as many people as possible enjoy it and clear it. That would be like my main goal. And this is the other side of the coin, is the players who are really good, you don't have to use the checkpoints. It's like if you want to beat the level from the beginning, go for world record, the really good players can still do that, even if you've provided a checkpoint. So it's like you lose, if you don't put the checkpoints, you lose everyone who doesn't have a chance, which is the majority of people. If you add the checkpoints, not only do you gain all those people back, but you can still give the people a hard challenge in addition to making it accessible. But again, I said 90%. There's definitely times when you just want to make a really tough level. It's the one for the end of the super world, or you're just flexing. There's definitely times when that's not necessarily what you want to do. But the vast majority of the time, I genuinely believe you have a lot to gain as a level creator by adding the checkpoints, assuming you have some desire to have your levels played and enjoyed by as many people as possible. And that is not the case for everyone. So I ain't pretending it is. This jump is pretty legit. Close. I needed to commit a bit more. I needed to commit just a bit. You know, I think part of what's making this jump more difficult than it needs to be is stopping. I think I should do like this. See that? And the other thing I have to remember is these are piranhas, not spikes. See, watch this. I'll illustrate my point. Look how close I can get. See that? That's how close I can't get. But spikes, before you're even visually touching them, you'll take damage. So when you're making these jumps, like this one right here, I'd be wise to keep in mind that I'm allowed to hit those last couple pixels. I've got a little more. So in other words, I should jump a little later than I think I can to make this jump easier. And same thing here. There we go. See, that made a big difference in those jumps. Oh, did you see it? I nearly caught the edge. Okay, I gotta be a little more brave there. There we go. We're back in business now. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I was about to get one-wayed. Oh, wow. Nice. There we go. Nice. Okay, this level's awesome. Grand finale jumps here. Probably a vine. Awesome. What's up, Siobhan? Thanks so much for the heart over on TikTok. Appreciate you, Siobhan. And what's up, Em? Love that indication, Bisha. What's up, Eugene? Thanks for the GG, Jess. Make sure you like the stream, people. Could you do that for me? Would you hit that like button? I'd really appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me if you're willing to like the stream. So thank you if you are. An auto level. Okay. Again, I'm going to try to take my time in this stream to include levels I might typically just skip right over. Because we're having this whole conversation about the spectrum that exists within Mario Maker 2. There really are... This game has so much to offer. Thanks, M, Sally, Balin, Josh, Primetime, Toya, Erica. Thank you, I've already liked it. Appreciate you. Okay, auto means I don't have to touch anything, so I already blew it. I'm going to show you. See, I play wired as well in the hope that there's less lag. So see, I'm not pressing anything. The level is designed to play for you, essentially, which takes quite a bit of trial and error and creativity. But come on, look at this. You want to talk about... Look at that! Give it a try. If you pull that level up, you can impress your friends. Next time you're at a party and they got Mario Maker 2, take this level code out and be like, hey, I bet you I could, you can do that, one of those classic bets of like, I'll bet anybody here that I could beat this level in one try. And then you show them what the level looks like, and then they'd be like, oh my goodness, there's no way you do that in one try. But they don't necessarily know. You literally don't have to press anything. So there you go. And here's another level creator that can do it all. All types of wild stuff here. From Piranha Precision to auto levels. There's some more. Look at this. A short-ish precision level I made. Good luck, have fun. What is your favorite game besides Mario Maker 2? Oh my gosh, that's so difficult. I'm tempted to say Frequency. No, I'm tempted to say Amplitude. It's a PlayStation 2 game. My all-time favorite rhythm game is Amplitude for PlayStation 2. Is there anyone in my chat that has ever even heard of that game? Probably not. Can you get the world record? I don't know. I'm not doing world records today, but maybe. I'd have a chance. What's up, Albert? Just got back sledding with the kids. There you go. Nice. Dad of the year over there. Appreciate you, Albert. Nice job taking care of those kids. Big shout out to all the parents out there. You really are amazing. You are underappreciated in almost every regard. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Ironic that I say that as without being a parent myself. But like I was talking about earlier, I feel like I really got an interesting glimpse in as a special educator to so many different family dynamics, so many different parents doing their best and being very distraught and overwhelmed. Oh, I was supposed to land on the left side. I didn't even notice visually it was an option. Okay, fair enough. Not a chance coming through the heart. Appreciate you, Not a Chance. Not a chance coming through the follow and the heart in the same stream. That is a beautiful thing. Oh! Took one step too much. You haven't gotten the game. What's the new game you've been playing recently? Seen it on the shorts. An open world game? That's Europa. I'd highly recommend you check out Europa. It is an indie game, heavily influenced by Studio Ghibli, one of the greatest of all time. And it's a short game. It's only $15. It's available on Nintendo Switch and on Steam. And I would highly recommend it. If you got $15 to throw at a relatively short game that deserves the support, I would say Europa's the way to go. And completely family friendly. I even got the one-up flex here. See, these jumps look so easy, but it's actually not. Because you have to do... Now, this is just... You have to know to duck. You got a duck slide here. Okay, awesome. Great stuff. If you like what you see, give it a try, chat. Give it a try. Take a screenshot. And make sure when you're playing these levels that you enjoy in this game that you're giving a like and a comment. It's a beautiful way to thank the level creator. I've found that many level creators focus on their maker points. This little section right here, if you're not a level creator, you have probably never even looked at your own stats for this. I have no idea what mine are on any account because I'm not really a level creator. But level creators, these are the likes and the maker points. Most of the time, 51% of the time or more, level creators are heavily focused on how high they can get both of those numbers. And every time you leave a comment, I had one level creator tell me that if by leaving a comment, you give them maker points. Liking the level gives them a like and some maker points, whereas the comment can also boost the maker points. So that's why for many years now, whenever I like a level, I also leave a comment for that one reason. A little thank you, a little boost the maker points. So that's the idea there. Now, you have a 40-level super world that I'm tempted to just do. because I don't want to go through too many levels if I'm going to play that Super World. But I did just say I was going to try to not play Super Worlds. Look at that, though. How cool is that? Happy New Year. With fire bars. It's another auto one. Okay, here's what we're going to do. It's Europa. E-U-R-O-P-A. And it's kind of like a little Zelda-ish. Kind of puzzly. But just way, way shorter. Incredibly short. You'll likely beat the game in 5 hours or less. So, for some people, they say, okay, then never mind. I don't want it if it doesn't take me 20 hours or more. That's valid. But especially the adults out there, the parents, the people that maybe have less time to game, might be more interested in shorter games that give a high-quality experience. So that's who I really think could benefit from giving Europa a try. And there is a demo as well if you just want to try it out. Almost 13,000 hearts there. That ain't no joke, Fernando. Not a chance bought this game, but haven't been able to get into it. Can't build a level for anything. And see, I had a similar experience, not a chance. I got quickly discouraged trying to make my first level. It really, Super Buffalo World was the turning point for me when this game really opened up to me. And I feel like the grind of clearing those 10 levels gave me enough of a foundation of Mario Maker skill to be able to do more levels. Because I'd say that's one of the most rewarding things about Mario Maker 2. The longer you play and the better you get, you're able to play more of the 30 million plus levels available. When you first start week 1 of the game, of the 30 million levels available, you'd be lucky to even have a chance at 1 million of the 30 million. But you play a year, now you can access 10 million of the levels. But the thing is, it's those top like 20,000 levels. Those are like really the sweet spot. That's the holy grail, is if you can get in there. And I'm barely there. There's a painful, I'd say the top 1,000 most difficult levels in this game. I would argue less than 0.00001% of players in the current player base can clear the top 1,000 levels, maybe even less. It's likely 100 or less players that are able to clear the 1,000 most difficult levels of the 30 plus million. Good afternoon, Michael. Stay out much longer? Yeah, probably till 3:30 or so. Probably till about 3:30. Let's check out a little auto level. Now, again, this is where you don't have to move. This is just giving you a show. You could show this off to your friends, especially if you say, hey, I can do this in one try. And I'm just holding up the controller to prove that I'm not pressing anything. That's all I'm doing with this. But look at it. The block pushed me down. Come on now. Come on now. Unless your friends have stick drift, yeah, that's true. You definitely... I highly recommend the Switch Pro controller. I have fallen in love with the Switch Pro controller, and I would encourage you to never, ever even try using the Joy-Cons. If you like them, that's great. But I have heard from so many people and had the experience myself, I would rather not play at all than use a Joy-Con. That's how bad of an experience it is. If your hands are at all big, Joy-Cons just don't work. They just don't work, in my opinion. And not to mention, you want to talk about stick drift issues. They're all over the place. I got to imagine for the Switch 2 that they're investing heavily into designing those Joy-Cons to be a lot better. Small for the big hands. Even the Pro controller. Wow, Jordan. Okay, shout out to you. Our one-hit wonder. Had a one-hit wonder song I was just listening to. What's up, Vicky? Kate Stubbs covers all 4 buttons. Yeah, exactly. It becomes a problem if you're trying to do anything with even 2% precision. But hold on. I want to shout out my buddy Jorrit. I got to shout out my buddy Jorrit here. His song, the artist is Summer Love, 2 words, and the song is Remember, Na Na Hey Hey. Jorrit in my chat, over 500,000 plays. He's a one-hit wonder in the best way. I mean that lovingly, not as a slight. But only because you said it yourself. I'm instantly regretting putting it that way. But hopefully that context helps. Joy-Cons are really only good for the 2 games where you need to hold the control and swing it around. That's true for motion controls. For motion controls, no doubt. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to be a little impulsive here. The thing is, I like to ahead of time, when I'm going to play Super World, create the graphic that includes the maker code. But I guess I could just do, well, Pat, you know what? Force yourself to be a little flexible. The more flexible I can force my brain to be, the better we all are. The better off we all are. Because I can definitely get a bit rigid, people. Can get a bit rigid. So let's try it. Let's see what the Super World's like. This is the Super World code, even though it says level code. In fact, you know what? I'll take away the level code. I'll take this away. Well, now it's off center. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Oh, it's not working. So instead, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is just move it on over. There you go. Okay, if you want to play the Super World, take a screenshot. That'll get you in. Am I planning on getting Switch 2 on day 1? Probably. Wait till the bugs are out? No, I'll probably just get it day 1, especially as a streamer. I want to get that thing booted up ASAP. And I'm sure there'll be some kind of Mario game at release. And maybe someday we'll get a Mario Maker 2. Okay, we're starting out with an auto level. Look at this, chat. I'm not pressing anything. Hey, I guess I have to hold right there. Well, the exception. We don't have to press anything until the very last second, and then I have to hold right. Okay, hold on. I'm getting ready. Here it comes. There we go. We're in that time. Okay. I'm going to assume there's one part where I have to hold something. Oh, my goodness. Look at the precision. Hold right. Okay. All right. Let's see. There it is. Okay, level 1 complete. What's up, Jay? I hope we get some kind of Mario game with release. I can't imagine that we wouldn't. Today's fun fact for the chat. The echnida, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, the echnida and the platypus are the only 2 mammals that both lay eggs and produce milk to nurse their young. Okay, well, there you go. Thanks, Balin. All right, level 1 complete. How is it possible that 30 people started that and didn't finish it? Maybe they didn't know what auto meant? Is this a music level? Did they literally do everything? It is going to be a music level. No wonder they have so many likes. What song is this? It's called Astronomia. Astronomia? 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 I have no idea. But you can dance to it. Hey! Oh, there it goes. Thank you. The Twomps. Fernando's thinking of the coffin dance. Break it down. Hey! Wait a minute. Music note in the blocks. It sounds so familiar. The name of the song. Well, that's it, Jonathan. I was hoping that if I said it the right way, it would click with the lyrics. Because the melody sounds so familiar. I just can't quite place. And I can't think of any song that says Astronomia. 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 Mamma mia. Astronomy. Look at that. This level crate is out of control. Okay, and now somehow I've played that before? On a different account? Interesting. What's up, Lee? The coffin dance that was viral on TikTok. Wait, hold on. So wait, maybe that, I'm putting the pieces together now. You're saying that's the name of the song from Coffin Dance? Thanks, Fernando. I don't think we need the one-up houses. We got 99. By Vice Tone and Tony Iggy. All right. I'm going to have to, I said, we're getting all auto, so maybe this is just like the intro. Oh my gosh, did you see that speed? I just went flying. Save me. Okay, wait, we did this one, right? Yeah, we did this one in from the list. From that list of uploads. You think it'll give me a copyright claim if I try to play it? Yeah, it is the coffin dance, so you were right. Okay. I'm all set up. So there we go. Thank you, chat. You were trying to tell me. I just wasn't putting the pieces together. Thank you, Toya, M, and Megan. All right. I think I'm betting all of World 1 will be the auto levels, and then we'll really get into the platforming. I'm betting this is going to be a super world to show off the range. Yeah, Auto Z. I don't know what Auto Z means. I'm betting the Z button is involved. Z. I'm just holding the Z button. Okay, so that's what it means, Auto Z. I'm not holding left or right, though. I'm only holding the Z button. Whereas in the other auto levels, I was holding Y and right. This one, I can do single-handedly. And all I'm doing is holding the button. Wow. Wow. David's saying, imagine how long it's going to take to make an auto level, lining everything up perfectly. But for the player, it's totally opposite. Couldn't be easier. Exactly, David. Exactly. Such an interesting little dynamic there. But I'm telling you, there's people out there that could justify getting this game just to play through the refreshing levels and the auto levels. Because it is it's relatively fun, even if it's free. Free meaning you can't lose. You think the castle will be auto? No! Jake's pancakes. What? I love pancakes. I just had a pancake this morning. Part of why I'm in such a good mood. Had my favorite breakfast at my favorite spot. See, this is the thing. I never, for the most part, I'll put it this way. In the past, there we go. In the past 15 years, I probably have eaten pork 30 times. So pretty few and far between. And part of why I never get bacon when I'm out for breakfast is because I'd say 95% of the time I've ever tried to order it, the few times that I have previously, it was never the way I like it. I kind of like it right in the middle. I want a little crunch, but I also want a little chew. And typically, it's one or the other. Either it's way undercooked or way overcooked. For me, for my taste. But the spot that I go, every single time, it is perfect. It is perfect. And because I've had it so rarely, it's like extra good for that reason. So I partook this morning, and it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. The level making structure makes making auto levels a bit easier, though, because you can pause and see Mario's pathway in Maker Mode. Exactly, Jordan. You can see the little ghost of Mario's past following him. That's how Jonathan likes it, too. It's the best. But it's kind of rare that it's served that way. It's usually, I'd say more often than not, it's served crispy. But as soon as it's all crisp, I'd rather not even eat it. Okay, so I guess you have a lot of auto levels. Well, at least we're flying through the super world. There we go, once again. I am just holding one button here. Look at this. The perfect angle off the donut block. That's crazy. That is crazy. What's up, Louise? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. People, if you like the stream, that would be a real favor you could do me. Thought you vowed no more Super Worlds after the last debacle. It's true. But I'm trying to force myself to be more flexible than that. Because I have certainly found it to be a weakness of mine that I can very easily fall into relatively rigid thinking, where I'll say, you know what, that's no good, I'm never doing it again, see you later. And oftentimes that's too harsh. That you don't want to lose the forest for the trees, you know what I mean? You don't want to go over the top. And I am definitely an over the top type of guy. If my streaming career with Mario Maker 2, what in the world is this? Okay. Every time I press the jump button, okay, now we're getting somewhere. When I press the jump button, it makes that thing bounce. Wow, now that is cool. So when I jump, it switches red to blue. So leave it on. Oh, I failed to see that hazard. Can't do this too early. And you also can't switch it back too late. We are learning the ledge here, chat. We are learning the ledge. Gotcha. We got the boss. We have to get this thing all the way through a bunch of times. We got 2 for 1 there. Twice. We got 2 for 1 twice. Wow. No! Too early. This is pretty cool. This is a pretty interesting little challenge here. No! Come on now. Oh, buddy. No, what? There we go. We're getting it. We're not getting it. So I had the right idea. I just mistimed it the first time around. There we go. No! At the last possible second! All right, we have it now. Stay on target. That was not on target. I haven't been to Target in a long time. That can be a fun store to go to. That's what I keep forgetting. You know what I love about Target? The clearance. Every single department or aisle, oh, it has a designated clearance section. So I always go, if it's in the back, I always go to the electronics clearance, where all the video game stuff is. But I've also found some cool home goods stuff on clearance in that aisle. So honestly, I like to just cruise just the, they're typically on an end cap. I don't know if you know what an end cap is by name. Okay. But it's kind of just what it sounds like. It's the cap of shelves at the end of an aisle. We're running out of time here. I wonder if we can keep getting 2 at a time. Yeah, maybe it's designed for 2 at a time. I think so. GG's. I think we got it. Hey. This is awesome, people. If you want to play the Super World, take a screenshot. That's the code that'll bring you there. JD Gaming, my buddy, and the legendarily hilarious streamer, JD Gaming. Check him out. He's the best. He loves Target. They have great deals and also a Pizza Hut inside, so I get my personal pan pizza on the way out. See, growing up, whenever I went on errands with my mom to BJ's Wholesale Club, they had a little Pizza Hut that when I had the same little routine, and I would look forward to it with bated breath because that pizza, there was something magical about a. I think it was because of the Book It program in school that trained my taste buds to just have the most ultimate serotonin blast just from tasting a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. Got me reading, that's for sure. Erica went to Target last week to treat myself for Valentine's Day and got way too much. Hey, you deserve it, Erica. What's up, Patrick? You got a great name, buddy. Double Star Mom still has all the teacher Target Christmas gift cards waiting. Haven't been to Target in a while. I'm jealous. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Make sure you get at least $15 worth just for you, Double Star. At least section off $15 for something cool. Some kind of treat for you. What's up, Super Mario? This is the opposite of a viewer level stream. Thank you, David. See what a good mood I'm in. See you, Toya. Thank you, Toya. Sally, George Lee. My Target only has a Starbucks. Same here, Adrian. But you know what's a nice little treat at Starbucks in the fall? It's a caramel apple spice. Ooh, buddy. I don't think it's on the menu. It used to be. And they'll still make it for you. And that's one of the tastiest little treats, but it's probably got 10,000 grams of sugar, so nothing you should have every day. But that's definitely a nice little tasty. Probably the only thing I ever get if I do get anything there. Book it. Patrick remembers. Double Star remembers. Okay, appreciate you, Super Mario. Pizza Hut was the best. Love the Book It things. I miss that. They should do an adult Book It. That would be a great program to see. I don't know who would run it, but maybe I'll run it. An adult Book It where I can somehow partner with Pizza Hut. That'll be my ultimate goal as a streamer. I'm staying it right now, early 2025. On the streamer bucket list is to do some kind of promotion with Pizza Hut, or at least get a promotion started. It doesn't have to be exclusive to me. But if somehow, some way, I could get connected with the Pizza Hut people and have there be some kind of Book It program where you at least got like a free personal pan if you bought a large cheese or something. It doesn't have to be necessarily completely free. But I would love to see that come back in some way. Reading is a beautiful thing. Reading is a beautiful thing. Underrated activity. Remember back in early 90s, Kmart had Little Caesars in your area. Nice. Best thing at Little Caesars was always the Italian cheese bread. Noah's in Minnesota today with Levi and honors orchestra. Gets back at 2 a.m. and is making his chili then. That's right. It's this weekend. Big shout out to Noah. He's going to win. Sorry, Double Star. But you know it, too. M's blood sugar spiking at the thought of that coffee. It's not even a coffee, M. It's like a... The caramel apple spice is like a apple cider base. Super Pad Book Club. There's Adrian. Come on, Erica's down. Yes. Come on, Pizza Hut. Well, how do I connect with Pizza Hut? I got one down the street. You don't have Book It anymore, but when my students fill out the book logs, you Photoshop them playing an instrument and put them in our reading Rockstar board. Now, there's a great teacher. I love hearing that stuff, Double Star Mom 35. That's stuff that goes with them, too. They'll be a 40-year-old someday looking back and be like, oh, man, that was so awesome getting on the reading Rockstar board. Well, the same way I'm talking about how much I love Book It right now. The Super Pat Pizza Player. There we go, Jorrit. Pizza Hut. Take a listen. Make it happen. Tag them. Thank you, Jonathan. Come on, Pizza Hut. The people want Book It. The people want Book It. Let's give it to them. I don't know how, but let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. That was one of my favorite shows on Nickelodeon. And also resulted in a crush on Summer Sanders, the host. There was some great Nickelodeon shows like that. Legend of the Hidden Temple, Nick Arcade. What Wild and Crazy Kids. What would you do? Guts. Dude, you have it. Had a crush on Mo, too. Guess I had a lot of crushes. See ya. Hey! We're still going here. We've got a second round to this one. Okay. I can't let it bounce. Or I have to wait till it's done bouncing. There we go. That was awesome. This is really good design. I played a lot of levels like this, but I can't think of any executed quite as well as this. I'd say it's very, very easy by accident to make a level like this and have it end up be very frustrating. But even the ones that are the rooms that are especially difficult, it's still pretty fun to keep trying. See, I have to wait till it's further to the right. There, now it'll work. Wow, I didn't expect that. I was a little early. There we go. Oh, now we're only getting one at a time. Yeah, it's definitely a different angle this time. The trick is just to think of it as a rhythm game. As soon as I'm seeing the spike ball come out, I'm just going doop, 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 doop. I'm not even like... I'm not timing it any more beyond that. Just doop, doop. Just once you know the rhythm, it's going to work every time. See ya. And now we got an auto part, I think. Yep. I wasn't pressing anything there. And there we go. I'm so glad we actually went for it and played the Super World, because this is not at all what I was expecting, but it's right in line with everything I was saying earlier in the stream. See, Samuel's down with these levels. Pizza Hut, there we go. Must be a ska band, lots of trombones. She's in Figure It Out too, wasn't she? Oh, what did I say? That she was definitely, Summer Sanders was the host of Figure It Out. I might have said a different show. Thanks, Samuel, Fernando, Erica, Toya, Lee, M. Erica's down with these levels. Take a screenshot, people. Give them a try. And make sure you hit them with a like and a comment while you're at it. Thanks, Balin and Simon. Okay, it's getting a little chilly in here. It's getting a little chilly. Spot the difference. Far from my favorite level style, but I have faith based on the previous levels. I have faith. I love Pizza Hut over Domino's. That was definitely true for me in the 90s. As of 2025, I'm not so sure that holds true for me. Because I'd say Domino's is at least 10 times better now than it was in the 90s. And it kind of goes the other way for Pizza Hut. Not necessarily, though. Yeah, ironic that I'm saying this right after saying I'm going to work with Pizza Hut. I just realized just how ironic that is. So, yeah, I may not be doing myself any favors here. But, to be fair, I haven't given them much of a chance in the recent past. Okay, I found it. The second block is an on-off switch. See it there? See it there? But now this second block is just a regular red. So this is the different. There we go. So ultimately, I'm willing to give Pizza Hut another chance. I'll give you another chance, Pizza Hut. If you're willing to step up to the plate, hit me with that personal pan pizza, I'll play ball. I want to say it's going to be the amount. Is that a 30 or a 50? That's a 50. That's a 50. I think that's a 10. So I think it's this first one. Nope. Angel coming through the $5 super chat. Thank you for the support, Angel. Appreciate you. You are amazing. Thanks for the support.
Thanks for the support.
Partner with Pizza Hut would definitely be a no doubt. No doubt. But I can't deny that at the very least, it's undeniable that Pizza Hut, it's undeniable that Domino's is much better today than it was in the 90s. As someone who's eaten a lot of Domino's. See, now here's what's really crazy. I was in a cover band, and the singer was was somehow related to somebody who was in charge of Domino's, like, expansions or opening new. So in grade school, I was in a cover band. We'd play stuff like One Headlight by the Wallflowers or Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Actually, was that out yet? I might be confusing that with high school. No, we definitely played The Way by Fastball. But yeah, we'd get to eat as much Domino's as we wanted on that day. But so many of them were in the winter. I can remember freezing outside. Cracking you up. You prefer Domino's. We need the buckets. Exactly. We can turn this around. The one on the right looked like a 10. Okay, let's try the one on the right. Well, thanks for nothing. Well, now at least we know it's the middle. Now it's the middle. Pizza Hut would be wise to start a grown-up book it. I agree. Nostalgia strong. Can't even eat pizza anymore, but I'd do it. Get ready for a big button. Take for your kids. There you go. Great. Well, see, there it is, Double Star. You'd want to participate. You wouldn't even eat it. I think the middle one was a 50 and the two outers were 10s. Okay, that explains it. So you were actually right, Alex. Alex was right when he said that the right one looks like a 10. What I failed to recognize is the left one is a 10 as well. The left is a 10, the right is a 10, and the middle's a 50. What's up here? One up, thank you. All right, we got it. We're on the right track. Look at this mess. 3 red on both sides. 1 beetle, 1 Goomba. Excuse me. Excuse me. It must be the number of mushrooms. I think there's 1 less on the left side. I think there's 1 less mushrooms on the left side. Oh no, it's a soft lock? Didn't we get a checkpoint? No, maybe there's no checkpoint. The Way by Fastball was on the very first Now CD. Remember that? Now, what was the whole phrase? We shortened it to Now, but it was... What were the Now CDs? I had almost all of them, 1 through 20. They were awesome. Now it's something hits. Now these hits. What is it? Now that's what I call music. There it is. That's what it is. Now that, so it's the middle. Oh. So it's the right. Okay. Well, you can see why these levels aren't my favorite. Sometimes they're really unfair, and sometimes they're not even consistent with themselves. The ultimate is when they give you 2. It's find the difference, and there's only 2 examples. Now, if you think of it logically, it's impossible to find the difference between 2 examples because you don't have a base. You don't have a baseline. You could argue either one is the different one without a starting point, without some kind of context. Okay, we did the left and the middle. It's got to be the right. No, I'm in the wrong section. Oh, gosh. We're almost... Cool Beat has a bunch of those CDs going up. Remember that? Now this... What is it? Now that's what I call music. I don't know why I can't remember that. Okay. If you pause in each room... Well, that's the thing. I've already paused on each room as to where I made it. So I don't want to make this any more boring than it has to be to the people that have been here since the beginning of this. Well, you have been here since the beginning of this, too. So I guess I'm preaching to the choir here. This is the one where we've now determined it's not the left, it's not the middle, it's got to be the right. There we go. Is this Picador? Okay, it's safe Picador. This one. What does this mean? Arrows, spot the difference. I guess that would be this. Okay. If I'm being honest with you, that's my least favorite one in the Super World. But even still, I can appreciate it. In spite of it not being for me, not everything is for everybody. That's an important life lesson. Life will be a lot less frustrating for you if you can accept that simple truth. Not everything is for everybody. Because if you think you're supposed to like every single thing you see, every single place, you're going to be taking a ride on the pain train. Because then you'll never be able to appreciate anything outside of what you naturally like. Whereas I can appreciate, that was well done, especially for that kind of level, in spite of me not really enjoying it. Shout out to Kiwi, hit me with the 10 roses. Thank you. Have to put them in a vase. Do you say vase or vase? I usually say vase. Just trying to be fancy there. False Arrow Swamp. So this is do the opposite. Opposite day. So we don't listen to the arrows. Don't listen to the arrows. Don't listen to the arrows. So we go left. Okay, this is cool. I'm down with this. They both say... Okay. Okay, we want the middle option here. We want to go left. I watched episode 3 of Paradise. It's getting better and better. And people, if you don't already have Hulu Max, which is HBO, and Disney Plus, you can get a bundle. It has ads, but you can get all access to all 3 of those for $17, which I think is a pretty great deal. Not supposed to go this way. And if you don't want the ads, then it's $30. $10 each. Whereas like Max by itself is I think $16 without ads. I didn't react in time. You should say vase. You should say vase. Okay. You debate it out loud every time, just like GIF. See, GIF for me, why it's always a GIF and not a GIF for me is because it stands for the word the G is for graphics. Or graphic, whatever. I don't know whether it's plural or not. The point is, the way it's pronounced in that first word, graphic, is what dictates to me the way I'd say GIF, GIF. But I wouldn't call it wrong to say GIF. There's certainly a valid option. But as far as what logic I go by what letters sound... There we go. There it is. There's the first subscriber on Max and have a lifetime 50% discount. Hey, that's pretty good. Vaz, there you go, Don. Vaz it up. Not the first. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I hear you, Jort. You got grandfathered in. Keynes agrees. In French, it's vase too. Keynes says like it's not gift, it's gift. What? It's not gift, it's gift. It's not gift, it's gift. I lost. Oh, gift versus gift. Oh, at a T. Hold on. Thank you, Toya, Erica, M. The way you said it first sounded Dutch. Okay, Lee. What's up, Anna? I did get the email the parody. More than a feeling. Boston. Yeah, that's probably the first one I'll do because it'll be the easiest to do a like an acoustic version. I really want to do the Dawn's Smells Like Teen Spirit one. I've got that on deck. But that's going to be a little more involved to get anything convincing. I don't think I'd want to do an acoustic version necessarily. I think I'd like to do like a straight-up remake with the different words. What I'm saying is you don't pronounce gift with a J, so I pronounce GIF with a J. Because the thing that I was struggling to relate is how gift has anything to do with anything. And I think it's because it's the same 3 letters to start the word. And I apologize, kids. I hope this doesn't feel like I'm giving you a hard time. I oftentimes find myself in the spot where I'm not connecting the dots quite the same way. It's the word gift, but I think that's it. It's that the 3 letters. You're going by, I can look at these 3 letters in a different context, and it's pronounced this way. So now I think I got it. It just took me a while to get there. Okay, J-Man, later. Thanks for stopping in. Never be outplaced the portable charger. There you go. Airplane mode. Airplane mode it up. Okay. So that's around here, people. We're saying GIF. According to me and Keynes, it's GIF. Garage versus garage. I've never heard garage. Oh wait, or maybe are you giving it? Maybe you're putting the emphasis on a different syllable, where it's garage instead of garage. Garage. I don't think I've ever heard garage. Garage. But I'm up in the Northeast. We say everything funny, kind of, in specific. I know one of them is roof or roof. We say roof. Saying gift is pronounced gift with a hard G and not gift with a J. So therefore, gift hard G and not a J sound. I think you say that because the first three letters. There we go. Yeah. That's it, David. I definitely say garage, and I say roof. But I like hearing roof. You know what I think you know where I think that always sticks out to me is in the Santa Claus. Pretty sure Tim Allen says roof when he's talking about going to see Santa. It's like he's on the roof. Right? Is that right? Privacy versus privacy. There we go. I'm definitely on the side of privacy. You know what's another one? Is pecan or pecan. I like pecan, but pecan is what I usually say. We'll let the dogs out roof roof. There you go, George. Can't think of any word that starts with G that has the J sound. Hey, now there's an interesting point, Jan. Data or data? Who is your data and what does he do? The database or the database? See, I lean towards database just so I can say patabase. I call my collection of screenshots of maker codes the patabase. So I lean towards the alternate for that one. You say roof the same way Tim Allen does. Almond versus almond. Hey, that's an interesting one. That one almost just takes off the L altogether. Cool Bean is saying English phonetics can be confusing. Absolutely the most confusing, least consistent language. That's what makes it so difficult to learn. As a non-English speaker, English is an ultimate challenge. Not the most difficult, but it's way, way up there as a nearly top-tier difficulty. I think the ultimate is Mandarin, as far as like what has logistically the most to learn character-wise. There's actually, they rank them. I think there's 4 levels of difficulty. And like the easiest to learn is like Spanish, French. I think level 2 is German. When I was trying to learn Spanish, I remember getting into that whole world. G with the J sound, always the middle of the word. Giraffe. How else can you say giraffe? Oh, or is that just another for the GIF? Oh, it's an exception. No, Erica's right. Now I see. That was in response to Jan saying, I can't think of any word that starts with G that has the J sound. That's it. Nicely done. And you're proving the point, Erica. Very timely response because this is the whole point. There's the one exception. You learn. Oh, gingivitis. There we go. Hold on, Chad. Can you think of any G words that have, I hope as long as it's family friendly, that I'm not missing any, but English word starts with the letter G, but has a J pronunciation. Ginger. There we go. See, there are quite a few. Gingivitis, giraffe, and ginger. Whereas every other G word you can think of, great, gal, gimme. Gimme, it's not really a word. Give would be the real word. Jeff and George. That's the G sound, Anthony. There. Two, here. Record versus record. Yeah, English says quite a few. Yeah, that's true, Keats. It's close to family friendly. Okay, let's get the Super World going before I have to end the stream. I'm only supposed to stream 10 more minutes, but I'm having a lot of fun here, chat. Thanks for making this a good stream. I definitely came in a much better mood than usual because I had the day off. I got to get all my errands done. I had a nice, beautiful breakfast. Solo, mind you. Let me embolden any of you people. You might be solo for the moment, one way or another. And if that's the case, don't let that stop you from doing things like going to your favorite breakfast place or going to the movies if that's something you like to do. I hate to go to the movies, so that's not for me. But if you don't limit what activities you participate in to who you have to do it with. It's a beautiful thing when you have someone to do these things with, but if you don't happen to right now, I would encourage you to not let the discomfort of doing things alone that you typically do with someone else stop you altogether. I'd just encourage you with that. Okay, jail for the rest of the world. Is goal? I don't even know what that is, Jonathan. Anna made your first dark level today. I have to learn how to make the level dark. Anna, you're scaring me. It's my least favorite. But totally valid. There are some great dark levels out there. Almost took myself out to brunch today. There you go. Well done, Erica. So you know what I'm talking about. That's a beautiful thing. It really opens up some doors. Whereas you can get bitter. You can get bitter about doing things like when you're When being alone prevents you from doing the things you want to do, it can just be that much more towards bitterness. I keep talking about that. Either you get bitter or you get better when you're going through these struggles. And I've certainly openly been struggling in all the different ways. And I'm really putting in the effort to go more on the better side than the bitter side. Because the more you give into that bitterness, the more difficult it can be to shake the bitterness. You don't want to get stuck in a place of bitterness. There you go. Dawn's down with doing stuff alone. It's a beautiful thing. If you can tap into that, it's a beautiful thing. Hold on, I missed Cool Bean over on TikTok. Sorry about that, Cool Bean. You go to breakfast and lunch by yourself all the time. Nice to go with someone, but not required necessarily. Exactly. It's the best to go with someone, I'd say. But I don't want the reason I don't do that to be because I'm solo. Once a word gets pointed out, I can now think of lots. But I guess it probably depends on the length. Well, Jan, totally valid. When you said it, I was right on board. I couldn't think of any either. No compromise, no beating halfway. You get to eat, and go as you please. Exactly. There are definitely some advantages. There are definitely some advantages in spite of the disadvantages or the less positive parts. So good point, Don. Good point to my boy, Don. Oh, found you. Found you. Oh. Well, tomorrow's supposed to be Switch It Up Sunday. But now that I started the Super World, this is all I want to do. So, I'm going to skip another Switch It Up Sunday. Maybe I'll just wait till March. Is this the last Sunday of February anyway? I think I'll bring Switch It Up Sunday back in March. How do you even get that 30? Whoa! Oh my gosh! That was scary. Okay, I had to trust. It is. Good save. Thanks, David. Don't be a bitter butter, as a friend of mine says. A bitter butter. That's interesting. I've never heard that. I think the first time I heard, like, you either get bitter or you get better, is from a Drake lyric. If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what song, but I want to say it was a Drake song. I'm going to Google it. I found the quote, but it's just attributed to Drake. It's from Get Over It. I don't get bitter, I just get better. There we go. It's on Get Over It. I think, was that his debut? Official album? As opposed to the mixtape? So Far Gone. That then became like his debut release. Thank you, Fernando Lee. There you go, David knew. That was it. Thank you, Tan. It is true, Cool Bean. It is true. Tough things are going to happen in life. Things you don't want to do, you're going to have to do. Things that are going to hurt are going to have to happen. And the more you pay attention to other people around you, you'll see as they go through those things, it tends to go one way or the other. Either you get bitter or you get better. And just because you went one way at one point doesn't mean you have to keep going that way. I know I don't want to become a bitter old man. I really do not. I have a strong desire to not be a bitter old man someday. I did that wrong. Had to Google it. I tried, David. Remember Drake on Degrassi? That's way back. Going way back in the time. I think I was probably supposed to take that platform. Yeah, because I have to get those coins. So I'm coming back around for those. The arrow. Oh, the arrow says go down here. I didn't pay attention to the indication. Okay. Oh, I could have gotten that Yoshi, I think. With a better jump. People, have you liked the stream yet? I'd really appreciate it. I think what we're going to do, even though it's 3:30 now, we'll finish this world and pick this up tomorrow. Yeah. 3 more levels, let's do it. Bam, bam, now. One might even be at auto level. Problematic pipes. What's the problem? Frozen pipes are the worst. Anybody ever deal with that? That is an ultimate battle. Anybody living in those cold climates, you likely know all about a frozen pipe. Oh, boy. Okay. I think I need to use that bounce. I think I've got to use that bounce. And Kiwi, you were trying to tell me... No, that's what they call music over on TikTok. Sorry, I missed it. Need a bit... That's just a tap the jump button situation. Had to look it up in your phonetics book to be sure, but hard G for G is the exception. G plus A and U and O are hard G around the G plus... Oh my gosh, I can't even get my head around that. Double star! But there you go. I'm not sure what the conclusion is from that data, but I do respect the data. Oh gosh. I like data. But at least in this context, I'm not able to draw the proper conclusion by the data being presented. Nice. Whoops. Whoa! People, do you have... This came up the other day. I was talking to my sister about it. Do you have any movies that you've watched more than 10 times? And if so, how many movies have you watched more than 10 times? That is my question to you. And there's no wrong answer here. No right answer for that matter either. English has rules, but everyone has an exception. That doesn't seem to make sense. Okay. I definitely agree with that conclusion. I definitely agree with that one. Ba-do-ba-doo. Ba-ba-da-bow. More springs. It ain't no thing when you're on those springs. I need a shell. Nope. I need a pow. Now I need a shell. And now I can enter the pipe. There we go. Oh, wrong way. Wrong. Oh, no! Let me try again. Thank you. Ba-do-ba-doo. Oh, too far left. Okay, Joe watches Interstellar 4 times a year and Shawshank Redemption once a year. There you go. Those are good choices. Home Alone 2 in the series ER with Clooney. You've seen over 10 times. Chris going episode 3 of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. You've watched about 200 plus times. Lee. Oh, no, that wasn't Lee. That was Chris. I started the stream talking about how I've been craving to watch the prequels specifically. So now you're really lighting that fire here, and that you've watched it over 200 times. That's awesome. I definitely remember liking the third the best, and that it felt the most epic and the most well-connected to the rest of the trilogy. Lee's watched all the Bond movies more than twice. There you go, Lee. In France, you have a proverb that says the exception confirms the rule. That's interesting. I like that. I like that. I've never heard that. They have so many movies you rewatch all the time. The Mummy, there you go, Brandon Fraser, National Treasure, Imagine Me and You, Matilda, Phantom of the Opera, the list goes on and on. Have lots of comfort movies, so there you go. All 3 Lord of the Rings movies, majority of the Pooh Bear movies, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles. What a range! From animated to 80s to fantasy Lord of the Rings, Tolkien. Used to watch some of them daily for a week straight. There you go, see? Okay, well, I'm glad to hear so many of you are similar to me in the sense that you're willing to watch things over and over that give you that little comfort. You have plenty of Disney movies you've watched more than 10, including The Lion King. I'm definitely way over 10 for The Lion King, Balin. Lion King, Little Mermaid, Aladdin. I'd say, and Pinocchio. Those are definitely the Disney movies I've watched the most times over and over. You have eclectic taste. That's a beautiful thing. You have many more that you watch. Saving Private Ryan. I saw that at a drive-in. One of the 2 times I was ever at a drive-in theater. It was a double feature, Matilda and then Saving Private Ryan. Rather watch a movie again than a bad movie for the first time. You know, that's a great point, George. Too many to count 10 times? Okay, there you go, Cool Bean. All right, there we go, chat. There you go. I think the movie, ironically, that I've watched the most times is Good Will Hunting. And I've watched it well over 100 times. I'm with Chris on his 200 plus for episode 3. I've almost definitely, because this is the thing, that movie has meaning to me on so many levels. It's insane. I saw that movie in the movie theaters with my family and my uncle, and it was such a thrill because I was typically not allowed to watch rated R movies. My parents were relatively strict in that way. So the idea that they were going to let me actually go to the movies and see a rated R movie, I couldn't believe it. Also, getting to go with my uncle was really cool because I barely ever got to do something like go to the movies with him. It was maybe 1 of 2 times I ever went to the movies with him. But then on top of that, that movie introduced me to Elliott Smith, one of the all-time greatest musicians who has sadly passed away, but who I wouldn't have even heard of otherwise, I doubt. Then he became one of my ultimate favorites. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Minnie Driver, Robin Williams, all 4 of them became ultimate favorite actresses for me. And on top of that, it's all around Boston. Basically, hometown heroes. And I loved the plot front to back. Very compelling to me. Loved it. So that's one of those movies where, for all those reasons, can't be beat for me. It's a great one, Cool Bean. But definitely not family friendly. Let the record show, not even close to family friendly. It has an impressive amount of swearing. So if that's an issue for you, probably not for you. But with that said, like I've said, I've watched it over 200 times, let's say. True Lies, that's Arnold, isn't it? Arnold, come on. Get out of here now. Lord of the Rings trilogy, Back to the Future, a Goofy movie. There's a good one, Craig. Goofy movie, the best looking pizza of all time. Right up there with Ninja Turtles pizza. And Studio Ghibli food in general always looks like incredible. Matthew McConaughey's your favorite actor. There you go. There's that Interstellar tie-in. Thanks, Emmett Balin. All right. Star Wars Phantom Menace about 20 times. Star Wars Attack of the Clones 40 times. There you go. 1 and 2. I saw Phantom Menace in the movies. I remember that. Matt Damon film. Rounders! Yeah, that's an awesome movie. Not only is that Matt Damon, that's also Edward Norton. And John Malkovich. Or Malkovich? Malkovich? I'm not sure how you say it, but he's a great actor. Arnold and Jamie Lee Curtis. There it is. That's True Lies. All right, here we go. Run. Hey. Wow, that lined up crazy good. Em said, speaking of pizza, which pizza from a movie, whether cartoon or real, would you want to try? Want to try the pizza from the Goofy movie? There you go. Well, that's exactly how it came up. It would either be Goofy Movie or Ninja Turtles for me. I think those are the top two pizza depictions. The top two animated pizza depictions that make me want to actually eat it. Ninja Turtles and Goofy Movie. The Leaning Tower of Cheezer. That was Cheese Whiz, though. What he did with that. All right. Grand finale. Top Gun's one for you, Cool Bean. Very nice. All right, 3D World Platform. We still have 99 lives. Checkpoint already. I ain't mad about it, just surprised. Wow. Okay, great level. Great stuff. Very well indicated. Great stuff. All right, people. Well, this was a much-needed good vibe stream for me. Just to know it can happen and be like this. Today felt great. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in the chat, kept it family-friendly. I know it can be difficult to keep that filter on when we're just talking freely, but you all did an excellent job. And as many times as I've tried to do that and had it gone sideways, it really makes me appreciate the times like this where everybody that was involved. I know that many of you had to put in effort for that to happen. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being willing to engage, keep it family-friendly, even if that's not your favorite thing. So there we go. So you watch Howl's Moving Castle every night for 6 months. Not a chance. I didn't even think of how many times I've watched the Ghibli movies. Spirited Away I've watched over 10 times. Howl's Moving Castle's probably a little over 5. Probably my top 3 of most watched is for Studio Ghibli. Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, and then what would the third one be? Probably Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro. Oh, see, I just said it 2 ways, Totoro and Totoro. How do you say it? I think it's Totoro. I think My Neighbor Totoro, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Em said, thanks for making these past 2 weeks less unpleasant. Absolute best. There we go. Thanks, Em. Yeah, it's been a tough couple weeks for a couple of us out there. So if you're going through it, we're going to get to the other side, people. We're going to get to the other side of it. Watch The Village over 10 times. I don't think I know that one. There we go. Eric had fun. Thank you, Erica. Big shout out to The Bookish Mind over on YouTube. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks, Lee. Balin would buy it. Too many to count. Those are the top 3. Yeah, it's yes, Totoro. Totoro. There it is, Totoro. You know what? Let me, real quick, I'll show off my favorite little fan art here that came from M. I just showed this off recently. I'm showing it off again. Check it out, people. This is, you've heard of the cat bus. Well, maybe you haven't. But if you've seen My Neighbor Totoro, you've heard of the cat bus. But have you ever heard of the Pat bus? Because that's what I got right here. Look at that. See, if you look close, SPW at the top. I love this one. My little chance to be in a Studio Ghibli right there. So there we go. And with more of the works, love to hear it. I actually have fan art all around here over the past 4 years, and a lot of it does mean a lot to me. Got 2 jerseys on the wall from Alex. Sent me when I was doing Endless Expert No Skip, and sent me one to commemorate 163, which took months and months to achieve. And then like a week later, I broke it and hit 170. And then he sent me another one right there. That was awesome. Erica and her family have been so kind to me. Once I mentioned that St. Patrick's Day can be kind of rough for me sometimes because it makes me miss my mom because she always went out of her way to like give me something special on St. Patrick's Day since my name's Patrick. And I loved it. I always really liked it as a kid. And so a couple times they've gone out of their way to send me something on St. Patrick's Day, like little art. I got one up here from Levi. It's Mario saying, it's a leprechaun next to Luigi. Big shout out to Levi. But in any case, all I'm saying is thank you to all the different ways you supported me and all the different... And then we got Nina, Full Heart Creations. Made this one for me. This is a great one. Check her out on Facebook. She does things on commission. She does like custom shoes and stuff too. She's awesome. Big shout out to Nina. So in any case, thanks so much for a great stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to anyone who hit with any stars, shares, follows, likes, gifted subs, all the above. Thank you so much for your love and support. And if you are someone that struggles with depression or anxiety, you are not alone in that struggle, my friend. That's something I struggle with, and there are a lot of us struggling. So if you're one of them, make sure you got someone in your life you can talk to about it, a friend, family member, loved one, a therapist, and try to get some movement in your life. Take a walk outside. Find a way to move that you don't dread. It can make a big difference in your day, your physical health, and your mental health. So I encourage you with that. Hold on to hope. Believe better days are coming because you never know. Tomorrow could be the best day of your life, but you got to get there to find out. So hang in there. I'm rooting for you if you're struggling. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. In mid-speech, this is where my mind just went. I realized I showed off everybody's art except for Levi's. I described it to you. So hold on. Hold on. I want to show you what I'm talking about. This is from my boy Levi. Real quick. Check it out. See? There's Mario. Says, it's a leprechaun. And see, Luigi's getting green screened out. You can... ramp. Okay. Let's see. It says, from Levi to Super Pat. Big shout out to Levi. Big shout out to M. Big shout out to Nina. And everyone else who's... And Alex. Oh, I didn't show the I'm going to take... This is the problem. I'm going to end up taking down the whole wall to show you. I should just do... I've done it before. I should just do another tour of what I got over here. In any case. Oh, my gosh. I'm still big. Sorry, people. Didn't mean to frighten you. Okay. I was mid-speech. Saying, make sure you get some movement in your life. Get your headphones in. Your favorite music playing can make a big difference in your day, your physical health, and your mental health. So I encourage you with that. Hold on to hope. Believe better days are coming because you never know. Tomorrow could be the best day of your life, but you got to get there to find out. So hang in there. I'm rooting for you. If you're struggling right now, know that being in the struggle means you're still in the fight, and I'm proud of you for making it this far. So don't give up. I know life can get very overwhelming, and the swings can be very real. Sometimes you get hit with a bunch of unexpected, tragic, traumatic events that got you seeing stars, feeling like, what in the world happened here? How can I'm never going to recover from this. It can really be heavy and convincingly feel like everything's ruined. And that's a tough way to feel, and it's a tough thing to express. And it can be so easy to isolate and just keep it to yourself and then just suffer in silence. And sometimes you can't handle it. Sometimes you need the help of other people. You need the support of other people. And that's why I encourage you to reach out to a friend, family member, loved one, a therapist, because those are all sources of support that it can be easy to resist tapping into that support, even though you might have it available to you. So I'm rooting for you. If you need a little family-friendly escape, I got you covered with thousands of hours of family-friendly gaming content scattered across the internet. So make sure you're following Super Pat World, all one word, on every platform. From see, I'm getting the cane. I'm taking too long. From TikTok to Instagram to Facebook, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter. Who knows where else? But see if you can find me. Super Pat World. I'd post every day, and would appreciate it if you see my content. Hit it with a like. Hit it with a share or a comment. Even if it's just a little emoji. Appreciate that too for the algorithm. So thanks for all the support. Hope to catch up with you tomorrow. We'll play more of the Super World, which really turned out to be a good idea. Glad I was flexible. But all of your encouragement and support made it easier to stay in a very positive place today. So thank you for that, Chad. It's been an openly rough week, and the streams have suffered for a lot of different reasons. So today really feels good. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Hope to catch up with you tomorrow. We'll do it all again. Until then, have an amazing rest of your night. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Well, not good night. Good afternoon, everybody.